Hi, myself Dr. S. Ishanathir, working as Assistant Professor in the Department of Microbiology. Today we are going to discuss about the environmental pollution. What are all we are going to discuss under the environmental pollution is about the ecological perspectives. There are different types of pollution are available, and because of pollution, what are the causes happens in the environment, as well as the effect of pollution on the environment, living organisms, and also other component. And finally, we are going to discuss about the control measures of the pollution. What is meant by environment is it is otherwise called as surrounding. What is the definition of pollution is? It is the effect of undesirable changes. What is mean undesirable? Some adverse changes are happening in the environment and it happens in the surrounding which causes harmful effect on plant, animal as well as on the human beings. Pollutants are of different forms. It is available in the environment either in the form of solid, liquid or it will be in the form of gaseous substances. How it is being created is it is either caused by natural process or it is mainly because of the human activity. On the base of nature and concentration of the pollutant, the severity of the negative effect will happen on human health as well as on the environment. It is being estimated that a human requires 12 kg of air every day. Specifically, we are talking about the oxygen, which is nearly about 12 to 15 times greater than the food which we consume. And smaller concentration of the pollutant in the air becomes more significant, which is compared with the similar levels which is present in the food. And pollutants that enter the water, they have the ability to spread to distant places, especially it happens in the marine ecosystem. Next, we are going to discuss about the ecological perspectives of the pollutant. It is of three different types. First type is degradable or non-persistent pollutant, and it is rapidly broken by the natural processes. And example are domestic waste and discard vegetable in the environment. Second type is slowly degradable or persistent pollutant, and they define that it can remain in the environment for many years in unchanged condition. Unchanged, it means that there won't be any changes take place for longer period of time. They are saying that many years and even it can take decade or more than a decade to get degraded. What is decade is? It is equal to 10 years. And example are DDT. It is one type of pesticide. We call it as a dichlorodiphenyl trichloroethane, and most of the plastics remain in the environment for decade or more than that. Third category is non-degradable pollutant. We all know that what is mean non-degradable. We can't make any changes over that particular component. This component cannot be degraded by natural processes. Once it is being released in the environment, it is very difficult to eradicate and it can continuously accumulate in the environment and causes serious problem to the environment as well as all the living organism in that particular ecosystem. Example are toxic elements of lead as well as the mercury. Can anyone guess how many types of pollution are available? There are about 5 different types. First we discuss about the air pollution. Second we discuss about the water pollution. Third about the soil pollution. Fourth about the marine pollution. And finally we are going to discuss about the noise pollution. What are the causes of pollution? First one is burning of fossil fuel. When we burn the fossil fuel, the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide is being released in the environment, which causes pollution. And second by industrial emission. From the industry or the processing industry, what happens is the gas is being released out and we call it a smoke. And in the processing industry, the water which is used for producing some product, it is being emitted or let inside the water bodies, which causes water pollution. And third is the agriculture practices. Nowadays we are using different type of toxic pesticide, weedicide and insecticide. These component it can remain in the environment for longer period of time, as well as it causes pollution in the water bodies and also the animals and also human being and the creatures in that water is being affected when we consume that particular fish or other living organism from that particular water, it pollute the human being. And fourth, by improper waste disposal. We are not, if we are not disposing the waste material at proper location, it causes pollution. And next, by the transportation. We are using different means of transportation. Because of the smoke which is released from the vehicle, it causes pollution in the environment. And also we will dump the waste material in the marine ecosystem. Because of that, what happened, it causes the marine pollution. And mining activity, and we will search for all other fossil materials from our earth's surfaces or in the deep inside the soil. Because of the mining activity, the land pollution is being caused. And finally, we are going to discuss about the wildfire. Because of the increase in temperature, we call it as global warming. Because of global warming, what happens is the dryness in the environment take place. Because of dryness in the forest area, it causes wildfire. Because of wildfire, the animals and the creatures in that particular forest is being destroyed because of the pollution. What are the effects of pollution? It affects the human as well as the environment. In human, it causes respiratory issues as the carbon dioxide and carbon monoxide will get bind over the surfaces of the lungs and causes serious respiratory issues in the human being. And cardiovascular disorder, long-term risk like cancer, and other impacts like neurological damage, development issues in the children's, and also the immune system disorder. In the environment, it causes ecosystem damage, biodiversity loss. What is meant by biodiversity is the living organism in that environment. If one living organism is being extinct in that environment, it causes serious damage in that particular ecosystem. And also the soil degradation, acid rain. Because of acid rain, the plant is being damaged. Because of that, yield from that particular agriculture crop is being decreased. And climate change, and climate change constitutes to the global warming. What is meant by global warming is because of the methane, there will be increase in the temperature. And because of adverse gases, it reaches the ozone layer and causes damage in the ozone layer. If that ozone layer get damaged, it causes cancer and other problem in the environment. What are the control measures of pollution? First of all, reducing the emission from the vehicle as well as in the industry. If we use the public transport, we can drastically decrease the usage of fossil fuel. And second, by using the electric vehicle, as a result, it is an alternative for usage of to reduce the pollution. And in the industry, what we can do is the smoke which is being released from the processing industry that can be trapped through the specialized filter. As a result, toxic gas emission is being reduced. And in the production industry, the water is being used for producing some product. The water is being let into the water bodies. Before letting into the water bodies, what we can do is we can go for treatment of that particular water by effluent treatment plant. As a result, we can reduce the toxic components present in that particular water. By planting the trees surrounding that industry, the noise which is generated from the machineries can be reduced. As a result, noise pollution can be controlled. And using the clear energy sources like solar, wind, geothermal, as well as the hydropower, and improving the waste management, we can reduce, reuse, and recycle the specific product, and promoting the sustainable practices such as supporting the eco-friendly products so that pollution can be reduced. And control of plastic waste and usage of plastic waste, the government is taking lots of initiative to reduce the usage of plastic material. And nowadays alternative for the plastic is also available. Even nowadays we are using the more quantity of plastic material. If you are dumping as a waste, the government can take that particular plastic material and it can be recycled and used as an alternative to laying the roads. And sustainable agriculture as well as the forestry. When we reduce the usage of toxic chemical, pesticide, pesticide, insecticide and fertilizer, the pollution in the environment can be reduced, specifically the soil pollution. We can use the organic fertilizer because of using organic fertilizer, what happened, it is being eco-friendly component, and it will increase the soil fertility, and yield from that particular crop plants can be increased. And by promoting the public awareness, as a result we can make the environment clean, and also by enforcing the environmental regulation, so that what we can do is we can control the pollution from the particular environment. And we are coming to the end of this particular topic, and we discuss about the environmental pollution. It is being a complex issue with far-reaching consequences. It can damage the nervous system, immune system, heart, lungs, as well as the environment is being affected seriously. The ozone layer is being damaged. Because of damage in the ozone layer, it causes serious detrimental effect in the environment. As well as we need to understand the consequences, impact, and also the potential solution, and we can work towards a cleaner as well as a healthier environment. And we as a responsible citizen, we should take steps to various initiatives and also fight against this particular problem, so that we can make this environment cleaner as well as healthier. In next video we can discuss about the air pollution. Thank you all so much for watching this video.